Today I'm going to talk about pinto beans. Let me show you what I have in my display. I have a crock pot. I have an empty pinto bean bag. I have a small snack container that has pinto beans, and navy beans are on the bottom. Sometimes I make bean soup, and eventually I'll get to the navy beans when I'm ready to make bean soup again. I have a larger container that I have pinto beans in from last year. I would like for you to take a look at the color differences in the pinto beans that I bought this year and the pinto beans that I bought last year. The beans on the left I bought maybe last week or the week before. Beans on the right I bought last year when I was stocking up during the quarantine. You would notice that the beans from last year are darker than the beans from this year. I'm not planning to use the beans that are on the right. I'm going to throw them out because when I got ready to use them, they had a smell to them. So to be on the safe side, I'm going to throw them out, but I just wanted to show you the differences. And I would just say don't use them when they turn dark like this because you know that they're getting old. Let's look at the bag. This is a 4-pound bag that I got from Walmart. I got this bag for less than $5. If you would look at the back of the bag, it will tell you the sell-by date. This bag says best used by November 16, 2022. Let's look at the nutrition facts. It has 100 calories. The serving size is 1/4 cup. You can get 52 servings out of this bag. So it's a very good bargain for the amount of money. So this is a very low cost food. There are no extra ingredients added. It's just pinto beans. And the bag says that it may contain traces of soy. So if anyone has an allergy to soy products, might want to be aware of that. Okay. Let's look at the fat. It says 0 grams of fat. I'm just going to read it to you because the camera is getting kind of fuzzy when I try to focus it on the words. It says 0 fat, 0 cholesterol, 0 sodium, 22 grams of carbs. So if you're diabetic, that's something you might want to be aware of. Fiber has 5 grams of fiber. Protein has 8 grams. It has 490 milligrams of potassium. You might want to check with your doctor to see how much potassium you can have per day, as well as the amount of protein that you will need per day. The label gives directions on how to cook them. It tells you that you need to soak them. I very seldom soak my pinto beans because I always cook them in my crock pot. And what I do with my crock pot, I usually cook them for around 8 hours. That's when I know I'm going to be at home and I can monitor the beans. What I do, I usually put in this, let me open the lid for you. In this pot, I have around 4 cups of beans. And what I usually do, I will go through them, I'll scoop them out, and then I'll go through them, make sure that they're not dirty or Make sure that they don't have any rocks or anything or any other kind of debris in them. I'll rinse them off to make sure get all that dirt off. And then what I do, I will cover them up with water. I have just enough water to make sure that they're covered. Okay, when you do that, you're going to make sure you have a nice thick gravy. Some people love that gravy. Some people call it thickening. I just call it gravy. You can season it with whatever seasonings you have of your choice. And in this particular pot, I used ham. Someone surprised me with a honey baked ham the week before Christmas. It was already sliced up. So what I did, I just took the slices and I bagged them up in freezer bags and I put them in my freezer. This is the styrofoam cooler that my honey baked ham came in. And it's a nice reusable cooler. Okay, that's the white cooler that you see in this video. Okay, now let's get back to the thickening or the gravy, whatever you want to call it. Now, as I said before, if you want the thickening on your beans, all you need to do is just have enough water to cover them. If you put too much water, you're not going to get the thickening or the gravy. You're going to get a bean soup that you would have to later thicken yourself with the flour or whatever thickening agents that you use. Okay, when I stir it, see how thick that is? Has all of that thick, rich gravy on it. And the more you stir it, the thicker it's going to get. Okay. All right, there you go. Okay, I try not to put too much ham in here because of the salt and the fat content of the ham. But they are very good. I'll eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, do you want a budget-friendly food that's tasty and extremely low cost? Try pinto beans.